Hey, what's up guys? WeebOfWeebs here with part 3, and yeah, let's start. So this part starts around about a couple of days after Naruto found out about Minato having unlocked some of Minato's memories. That basically means, or basically tells that Naruto has wood style and Minato as well has wood style. So Naruto is trying to unlock his wood style, but he just can't for some reason. And there's a backup there for if Naruto can unlock his wood style, and Naruto just opens the scroll, reads it, and there's other way, or there's possibly other methods to unlock wood style other than having earth in your right hand or water in your left, or vice versa. So the way Naruto will unlock a wood style, or aka metal release, basically a mix between adamantium chains and wood style, is Naruto will put earth and water chakra in both of his hands, both in one hand. So instead of just earth in one hand and water in another, it's both affinities, or both affinities in one hand. So there's earth and water in the left and the right, and that's how Naruto will get his metal release, or for what Naruto expects to be wood release. So Naruto just tries to do some jutsus, or a D rank jutsu for the wood style. Instead of wood style, or wood just coming out of the ground, Naruto sees metal come out of the ground, and Naruto is shocked by this. Why is it metal, not wood? He's absolutely shocked, because who wouldn't? And Naruto just spends the next 2 more weeks, and Naruto is sending clones to the school, or the academy. So not the real Naruto is having his clones also do his version of the wood style, or what I know, or what I call metal release. So after those 2 weeks gone by, Naruto has somewhat control over his metal release. It's not that good because it's only been 2 weeks, but he has control over it. Now this is where Naruto's life is gonna make a turn. Well, make a turn to same as canon. So instead of Danzo, at the age of Naruto being 4, revealing that he's the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, it's some random civilian council members that reveal that Naruto is the reincarnation, or the embodiment of the Nine Tails, quote unquote. So everyone will hate Naruto, not like Teuchi, because Teuchi is God. Iruka certainly not. Hinata not as well. Shikamaru, Choji, Shino not as well. So yeah, those are the only people that actually don't hate Naruto. That's with the third Hokage and Danzo. And just after the announcement, when the a council member just got out of the stage and just tried to walk to his house, his head just rolls over, or rolls over his head. That's because Danzo is just trying to protect Naruto, because he is his sensei's great grandson. Because Danzo also made a promise to the second Hokage to protect his family from the shadows, and that's exactly what he's doing. And Danzo will not turn back on his word, because it's his sensei's final wish for Danzo. And in my eyes, or in I guess the second Hokage's eyes, it's more important than the Hokage spot. And that's what Danzo thinks, that he got more a bigger responsibility, to say the least, than the third Hokage, because he's protecting their sensei's son or family, basically. So yeah, that civilian council member is dead, and everyone hates Naruto. But Naruto won't even give a shit, because he has Jonin level everything. Except ninjutsu, he has Kage level, high Kage level. And he's just walking down the road, everyone just giving him glares. And Naruto doesn't know that he is the Ninetales Jinchuriki. But he will later on. Even a Chunin tries to go up to Naruto and like try to like kill him or something. Naruto just basically sidestep him and hits the back of his neck. I almost forgot the words there. And yeah, Naruto just goes up to the roofs and just disappears in the sunshine. Or a body figure, I don't know which one. So Naruto just goes to the Forest of Death. So when Naruto is there, he encounters Danzo. Yes, Naruto will encounter Danzo, but Danzo won't like force Naruto to like join the route because he is his sensei's weak grandson. He wouldn't force him to do anything because his sensei would be mad, if that makes sense. So Naruto says, "Who are you? What are you doing here? Do you want to know why you're hated by the villagers all of a sudden?" I mean, sure, but it's not really that big of a deal because I can just, beat them up because I'm pretty sure I'm joining and everything. But yeah, sure. They hate you because one of the civilian council members leaked out or said to the villagers that you were the Ninetales Jinchuriki. Jinchuriki? You mean like a human sacrifice that is, sacrificed to seal a tail beast inside of them? Yes, precisely. Huh. Why? Why did Minato do that? Why did my dad do that? It was the only way. The Ninetales was rampaging the village. And Minato won't let any other family sacrifice their child or the babies to seal the Ninetales in them. So he had to do the hardest choice of his life. Sacrifice his own son or his own baby. You. Did you know that my dad had wood style? Wood style? What? Yes, when I was in the Forest of Death, I got this memory, this like vibe or memory that's not mine. It's one of my dad's or the fourth Hokage's. Him using wood style, like even better than the first Hokage. He doesn't even need hands or he doesn't even need to slap his hands on the ground to shoot out wood out of them. He just literally has to walk by and, from what I see, just think of a way to just stab them or their enemies or his enemies. And I just found out that I had wood style, but I wouldn't call it wood style. Wood style, it's kind of like metal release or metal style. See, it's like wood style, but it's metal instead of, wood. Huh. I haven't encountered that kind of bloodline yet. How does it work exactly? From what I can see or from what I've trained it as of right now, it acts similar as wood style, but nothing else difference. Well, except it being metal release, meaning it's more durable than wood, of course, but other than that, there's not really that much of a difference. So yeah, I have to go train now. Bye, I guess. Goodbye. I will see you next time. So Naruto shunsins to his trapdoor or the library that Minato left him to train his adamantium chains, which he doesn't have, but he can use sort of different version of the adamantium chains and wood style jutsus and all that stuff. So now Naruto just trains with his metal release, and in the academy, the clone of him, everyone is gonna start to like glare at Naruto, but Naruto is going to like give a piece of shit because he is stronger than all of them, and he is stronger than most Chunins and Jonins in the Leaf. That's how strong he is. and there are a couple of like students try to like bully Naruto, but they just end up like getting beaten down pretty hard, and they just call him demon, air quotes, even more because he beat them. Like, what kind of logic is that? I don't really know what they were thinking. So yeah, Naruto now is 10. He has mastered, or not mastered, wood style in a sense, or metal release in the sense that he can get or use less chakra than normal if he's using a metal release jutsu into 2 years into the past. But he's not Hashirama level or what's this, Minato level. He's just, I'm gonna say, Jonin level in mastery of metal release, aka wood style. But while Hashirama and Minato are high Kage or god level, yeah, god level in wood style. But Naruto again is just Jonin level in mastery of it. So in those 10 or 2 years after Naruto knew that he was the Ninetales Jinchuriki, he was trying to communicate with the Ninetales, aka Kurama. He has met him a couple of times and they've talked and all that stuff, and Naruto just cleared up the elephant in the room, that why he attacked the leaf and all that stuff, if he meant to attack the leaf, where did he come from, or why did he attack and all that stuff. And Kurama answered all those questions because he is the only one, Naruto is the only one, that has ever just talked to the tailed beast. Just no harmful glares or like sense of on guardness. Just pure face to face, just talking. Naruto is just sitting down, talking to Kurama, asking him questions about why he attacked the leaf and all that stuff. And Kurama answers them that he was controlled by Mother Uchiha, air quotes, and was under a genjutsu that basically controlled him. And he said, or he felt the chakra signature that basically feels like for Kurama, Madara's chakra signature, but it is impossible because it's been like 100 years or so, or 80 or 50, I don't really know, since Madara controlled Kurama and used him to battle Hashirama in the Valley of the End. I don't know if that's what happened really, but let's just say it is. So yeah, Naruto got those informations from out of Kurama to basically clear up some things, that Kurama didn't just like attack the leaf all of a sudden and just did it for fun, because he didn't. And Naruto just got it out of his chest, like he doesn't hold any grudge because he was controlled by a Mangekyo Sharingan and not, or didn't post any hostility to the leaf. Yeah. So Naruto, let's just give a rundown of Naruto's skills. His skills in jutsus are high Kage, low god level in everything. In Taijutsu, he's Kage level. Taijutsu, what's this called? Kenjutsu, Kage level. Basically every kind of weapon. What's this? Kenjutsu? No. Fuinjutsu, Kage level as well. I almost forgot the words there. So basically, Naruto is OP at this point because he's the son of the 4th Hokage and the great grandson of the 2nd Hokage and the great grand uncle of the first great grand cousin, or basically a relative of the first Hokage. And also in those 3 years of Naruto training with his metal release, Danzo has talked with Hiruze that when Danzo talked to Hiruzen, when the 2nd Hokage appointed Hiruzen as the 3rd Hokage, before Danzo left, Danzo was told that Tobirama had a family and Minato was Tobirama's family, same with Naruto, so he didn't, he just wanted to protect him because, well, it's his sensei's wishes. And Danzo also told who's this? Tobiro, no, Hiruzen, that Naruto had a mix between the adamantium chains and the wood style. And yes, he has the wood style, and well, it's more combined, but uh, Hiruzen was shocked by this, and he said, "What do you want me to do, Danzo?" The civilian council, when they find out of this, they will want to force Naruto to go under the CRA, and I don't want that. I don't want Sensei's great grandson to be a breeding sheep. And I know most of the civilian councils are corrupt, so I want you to disband them or strip them of their powers, air quotes, because they don't have powers. They're just civilians. They only control civilian matters, and they're not supposed to order around shinobis that are in Hiruzen, aka the Hokage's orders only, and also the Shinobi Council, because again, Shinobi, not civilian. So yeah, Danzo and Hiruzen, basically Hiruzen grew a backbone. Basically, Hiruzen doesn't allow the civilian council to order him around anymore, and basically, all of them were stripped of their powers, and the civilian council just became no more. So they don't have any authority over anything at this point. And Danzo or Hiruzen just appointed one of his loyal friends, old contacts, to basically take care of the civilian shops and all that stuff, civilian lands, and everything has been going good. There's no like overpriced like kunais or shinobi items, no overpriced food and all that stuff. Everything, the rent is not that like expensive as in canon for Naruto. And yes, Naruto is living by himself. Naruto went to live by himself when he was 7. So his past rent payment is 10,000 Ryu, but now like no overpriced stuff, it's only 5,000. So the like landlord is paying twice as much as it was supposed to. So now Naruto doesn't like get short on money, but he is making some money. At least he's doing like D ranks for the third Hokage, and that doesn't pay a lot, but well, it still pays. So it's Naruto's now 12 years old. It's been 2 years since the civilian council has been disbanded. Yeah, 2 years. Everything is going smoothly in the academy. Naruto is like on the top of his class. No one tries to bully him because he is strong. He has beat who's this, Mizuki, and pretty easily at that. And Mizuki is like still the bad guy, or still a traitor, like working for Orochimaru like in canon. So we get to the time of the graduation day. Naruto is going to be like on the what's this, back of the class. Yeah, Naruto is still in the back of the class because the anime rules, and everyone just gets called out to do like the test like in canon. And when it finally gets Naruto's turn, Naruto goes in and says, and he performs the shadow clone jutsu and make those 2 shadow clones form or transform into Danzo and Minato, and both of them substitutes with 2 bushes, or not bushes, like what's it called, I don't know, like erasers, like the erasers in the room, because I don't really know what's in the room or whatever. So yeah, Naruto passes the graduation exams and he gets his Konoha headband. And Naruto he just search up a picture of Kawaki and just take Kawaki's like hairstyle, turn it all blonde, like the same blonde as Naruto, and make it a bit spikier, or basically make it spiky and a little bit grown out. So Naruto has this like like this badass hairstyle, and he's dripping, or he's so much drip. Like he has so much drip that it's not even joke, man. It's not even a joke. Naruto has this Anbu shirt, or Anbu what's this called? Anbu plate that is he wears. So yeah, Naruto has a long black turtleneck shirt, black shinobi pants with the same holster that he has in canon, but this time there's like ceiling tags in them. He doesn't know flying rajin yet, but he has some ceiling tags that is embedded, or like basically put in the kunais and shurikens. So basically Naruto can, if he hits the target, can make a hand sign to make it explode, because it's kind of like a what's this, a kunai or shuriken that Naruto can explode at will. And some also have some like kind of like a spider web bomb from Spider-Man Homecoming, but instead of spitting out webs, it's spitting out metal, so basically piercing them and taking some of the chakra, then imploding on itself, or exploding, basically making a small explosion. If the thing takes a lot of chakra, it's gonna be a big explosion, but if it takes minimal chakra, it's gonna explode in the minimal vicinity. And again, just like Anbu style, Naruto has his Tanto, or kind of like a short katana, but not as short as a Tanto, so like a medium-sized, in the middle of Tanto and katana size. And that Naruto just has that in his like back, kind of like samurai style or ninja style, just like in canon. Well, for Anbu's not Naruto canon. And yeah, Naruto has that drip. And now we see Naruto with Danzo in the Forest of Death, and Naruto says, Danzo, what are you doing here? Nothing that much, Naruto. I just have something to give you. It's my sensei's jutsu. So if you don't know, this is a flying rajin, but he calls it sensei's jutsu because it is his sensei's jutsu. So yeah, Naruto gets given by Danzo the flying rajin scroll. Not like the flying rajin of Minato, it's just like a template or a base, or a like infrastructure for Naruto to create his own version of the flying rajin, because not like all flying rajins are the same, because logic. So yeah, Naruto gets the scroll for the flying rajin, and Naruto says, flying rajin, this is what my dad was famous for. This is what gave him the nickname for the Yellow Flash. Interesting. Well, thanks for giving this. I'm gonna start reading it as far as early as I can. So yeah, bye. Naruto creates 200 clones to start working on some seals to put in his flying rajin kunais. So Naruto, we time skip to the next day. Naruto has a grip of how to do the flying rajin, well, a grip on how to do the flying rajin, but not being able to do it. So Naruto isn't that worried by not mastering the flying rajin that early, because he knows that this is a hard jutsu, because this isn't a jutsu that he can just like do some hand signs and some chakra control, but he will literally has to make a version of it, not the same as the second Hokage or the fourth Hokage, just a flying rajin base. Or yeah, Naruto goes to the academy, of course, and Naruto is still going to be put in the Team 7 because Kakashi asked the third Hokage to do this because it's his sensei's son, and Kakashi just wants to spend some time with Naruto or just look after him. So yeah, Naruto just goes to the academy. The team selection still happens. Everything is still the same. Nothing changes because I don't want to change anything, because there's a lot of things already changed in the timeline. Well, to be changed in the timeline in the future. Look out for that. Whew, this is gonna be good. So yeah, uh, the same thing happens where every team just gets their senseis, and 3 hours later, Kakashi arrives and looking for Team 7, and Naruto is still like sitting in the back, kind of like uh, just like anime protagonist style, just looking out the window, like leaning back or just out and about. Basically, what every anime character does. And then Kakashi arrives, of course, and Naruto says, in his head says, Kakashi, not okay. Since he's student, I wonder if he's strong. From what I can see, wait, what is that? Oh, a Sharingan. If you don't remember, I gave Naruto this ability to basically have a seventh sense to kind of like see things or like feel them or imagine them, kind of like the Byakugan, and focus it on one point or one spot and be able to copy jutsus. So like a Sharingan, and he can also perceive things better. Coupled with his immense speed and reaction time, it's just pretty OP. So Naruto can feel the Sharingan in Kakashi's left eye. You know, the same eye that Kakashi's headband is covered up. If you don't know that, who the hell are you? If you don't know that, who the hell are you? So yeah, Naruto gets interested by this because he knows, Naruto knows that Kakashi isn't a Uchiha, and the only Uchiha alive is for Itachi, and who's this? Sasuke. Damn, what happened? So yeah, Kakashi told of them to meet in the roof, and yeah, Naruto just shunsins to there, and he literally appears a second before Kakashi. So when Kakashi got there, he's surprised that Naruto is already here because he is using his like 100% fastest version of the Shanshin, but Naruto isn't even using half because remember, Naruto can make like speed mirages, kind of like Shisui. I think that was speed mirages, or yeah, but Naruto can do it faster and better and more cleaner than Shisui, or yeah, Shisui. So Naruto is obviously faster than Shisui, and Shisui is obviously faster than Kakashi. So in turn, Naruto is faster than Kakashi in the Shanshin or the body figure. So yeah, everything just goes to canon where they introduce themselves, but this time Naruto isn't that energetic as usual or energetic like in canon, because this time he's more badass, more quiet, more Miyato-like in a way. He just looks badass, but he's just like quiet. Nothing really interests him that much. It's kind of like Saitama. They don't like, basically, if he's a good fighter or good opponent, he fights him. He gets excited, but when he doesn't find anything interesting, he just has this cool, unbothered face. So yeah. So after the whole skirmish between Sakura and Kakashi saying all that stuff, Naruto goes home, and we go into a little bit of a flashback. This is something you guys won't expect. So, in the night of the Kyuubi attack, Iruka died. But we see, in the shadows, a man with long black hair, 3 Tomoe Sharingan spinning in the darkness. We see Madara Uchiha. He goes up to the body and burns it with a fire jutsu, and does a weird incantation and makes him exactly like Iruka. What will this lead to? Find out in the next part.